of the dance that's happening and the dance community around you. Because that's one of the great things about contra dancing. It's so inclusive and brings so many people in so fast, because all you have to do is walk in and you just get swept away. And that feels the best for newcomers. And because of that, all you advanced dancers, that means we have more people to dance with. That feels best when they feel welcomed, they feel safe, they feel like they're learning things, they don't feel overwhelmed, they don't feel scared off for not knowing how to do something. And we, as advanced dancers, can really help that by paying attention to those foundational things. So that's what I really, really want to start with. But also, especially because we're a smaller group, the other thing I will say is that because we are a slightly large group, we will be able to do some dancing, which will be very nice. I have another thought I wanted to start with. There is contra dancing happening right now in that other. Things that I'm thinking of and that I'm planning on presenting are spins from swings or very tricky balances, balances that involve spins and twirls and loop-de-loops and pretzels and stuff to get to swings. This would also include dipping, would include strange twirls and courtesy turns, or in Petronella twirls, or California twirls, or box the nets. Anytime that there is a foundational move in contra dancing, we normally do, that people can jazz up and make more zesty.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm. So are there things, again, that really stand out in the follows minds, or even the leads? What really...
If there's a little bit of extra time that needs filling in, it's just the perfect time to do it.
Mm-hmm. That's a very good point.
Mine is having a strong lead. You have to be solid so that I know what's coming.
Yeah. And that's that clear communication. I, just as a personal thing, I really hesitate to say strong lead.
I know, I changed it to
exactly. Because I have had strong leads and I felt like I was going to lose an arm.
Right.
So I really like, and it really helps my dancing too to think of it, I like clear leads, I like direct, I like very, very focused, very accurate leads.
I think what you said before is really important, doing them on time. How many times have you been standing there waiting to balance and swing your next neighbor while the guy is doing his twirl, and it's like 2 beats into the next time through the piece, and you're standing there waiting for him to finish doing his twirl. I mean,
I was going to say the same thing as a follow. For somebody to do something with me that's surprising and then put me in exactly the right spot where I need to be for the next move, exactly there, it's just a real buzz.
And he said something.
Not be late.
Yep. He said something that I think does get sometimes lost. And I've had follows say to me before, I really appreciated that after you spun me, you made sure that I knew where I needed to be next. And that's how you finish a flourish is oftentimes, I feel, what makes it an advanced flourish. Not that the twirls were all crazy and wild, because I can go like this with my arms, and I'm sure a follow could do something to it. But that at the end of it, they know exactly where they need to be. And that I would like to focus a little bit on today, too. Yes?
And some leads should be invitations that you, as a follower, can either follow or choose not to. Because sometimes you
It's very
don't
true.
want to do that.
And I'd like to talk a little bit about that. Follows how not to back lead, but how you can suggest that's not going to work for me without confusing your partner too much. And that also to say dance is a communication. It is a way that we come together and we're able to interact with one another and be with one another. And that, sometimes that's reciprocal. It's not so much the lead giving everything and everything and everything, but also the leads learn from their follows. What does this person like? How do they dance? How do they? And I want to work on finding that communication and connection as well. Does anybody have any other ideas? I mean, you definitely have hit just about everything I could think of hitting. Timing, safety, once again, connection, fitting in with that bigger whole.
I think I'd say something that may not make exactly sense, but I'm thinking it's like if they are somehow focused on my core rather than my legs. is so that even if they're using the arm to get it there, but they're aware, because sometimes when you come out of something, you're a little disoriented. But
Yeah, and I'll demonstrate that very quickly. One thing that I have found is that generally, and it's not a rule, but lots of twirls come from the left hand. I think it's because when you're in a swing position or something, your left hand is kind of convenient to move around, where the right hand is not. But the right hand is perfectly placed to catch, because in